What if we told you that 92% of the content you create gets consumed once and then disappears into the digital void forever, even though it took you hours to produce? You are sitting on a goldmine of content that could be reaching 10 times more people with a fraction of the effort. Today on KB Blue Tree, we are revealing the exact workflow that transforms one piece of content into 10 different formats in less than 15 minutes using artificial intelligence. Welcome back to KB Blue Tree, where we break down content strategies that actually scale without draining your time and energy. We have helped content creators repurpose over 5,000 pieces of long-form content into multiple formats that collectively reached millions of people who would have never seen the original. Here is what makes this different. We are not teaching you to work harder creating more content. We are showing you how to extract maximum value from content you have already created. By the end of this video, you will have a complete system for taking any transcript and turning it into 10 ready-to-post pieces of content automatically. Let us talk about the content creation treadmill you are currently stuck on. You spend 3 hours recording a podcast episode or creating a video. You edit it, you publish it, you share it once on social media, then you immediately start stressing about creating next week's content because the algorithm demands constant feeding. Here is the brutal reality. That 3-hour video you created reaches maybe 500 people. Most watch for 2 minutes and leave. The insights you shared, the value you provided, the effort you invested all vanish after one viewing cycle. Meanwhile, you should be on multiple platforms. YouTube wants videos, LinkedIn wants posts, Twitter wants threads, Instagram wants carousels, your email list wants newsletters, your blog needs articles. So what do? You try to create unique content for every platform. You spend 15 hours per week on content creation and still feel like you are falling behind. You are exhausted, burned out, and questioning whether this whole content thing is even worth it. The worst part is watching other creators seem to be everywhere at once while you can barely keep up with one platform. You wonder how they do it. Here is what nobody tells you. They are not creating more content. They are repurposing smarter. But when you try repurposing, it feels almost as time-consuming as creating from scratch. You have to rewatch your video, pull quotes, rewrite them for different platforms, create graphics, format everything differently. By the time you are done, you could have just made new content. So why does content repurposing feel so difficult when everyone says it should be easy? The root cause is manual repurposing. Most creators approach repurposing as a second creative process. They watch or read their original content, manually extract pieces, manually rewrite for each platform, and manually format everything. This defeats the entire purpose. Repurposing should save time, not create a second job. There is also a psychological barrier. We undervalue our own content. We think that video we made last month is old news, when in reality, 95% of our audience never saw it. We are chasing new content when we should be maximizing existing content. The breakthrough happens when you realize that repurposing is not a creative task. It is a systematic task, and systematic tasks can be automated with the right tools and workflows. Here is what actually works when you stop manually repurposing and start using artificial intelligence to extract value from content you already created. Solutions. Let us break down the exact workflow we use at KB Blue Tree to transform one transcript into 10 pieces of content in under 15 minutes. The foundation starts with transcript extraction. Whether you recorded a video, podcast, webinar, or presentation, you need a text transcript. Use tools like Transcript or YouTube transcription. The transcript becomes your raw material. The second pillar is artificial intelligence processing with strategic prompts. This is where most people go wrong. They ask artificial intelligence to summarize and get generic output. Instead, you need specific prompts for specific content types. Create a prompt library with 10 different transformation prompts. One prompt extracts 3 key insights and turns them into a LinkedIn post. Another identifies the most controversial statement and builds a Twitter thread. Another pulls actionable tips and formats them as an Instagram carousel script. The key is being specific about format, tone, length, and structure. Generic prompts produce generic content. Specific prompts produce platform-ready content. The third element is batch processing. Do not repurpose content one piece at a time. Set aside 1 hour per week to batch process everything. Take all your transcripts from the week and run them through your prompt library in one session. Use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT or Claude. Copy your transcript, paste it with your first prompt, copy the output, move to the next prompt. In 15 minutes, you have 10 different content pieces. The fourth component is the content type matrix. Match your content to the right repurposing formats based on what it contains. Educational content becomes how-to posts and tutorials. Storytelling content becomes narrative posts. Interview content becomes quote graphics. Controversial opinions become discussion starters. Now for the tactical implementation. Start by creating your 10 content format templates. The formats that work best are LinkedIn long-form post, Twitter thread, Instagram carousel script, email newsletter section, blog post outline, YouTube community post, Facebook post, quote graphic text, short-form video script, and Pinterest description. For each format, write a detailed artificial intelligence prompt that specifies exactly what you want. For LinkedIn posts, your prompt might say, extract the 3 most valuable insights from this transcript and write a 200-word LinkedIn post in a professional but conversational tone with line breaks for readability and end with a thought-provoking question. Build a simple spreadsheet to track your content pipeline. Columns for original content title, transcript link, repurposing status, and which formats you have created. Set up a batching routine every Monday morning. Gather all transcripts from the previous week. Open your artificial intelligence tool. Run each transcript through your 10 prompts in sequence. Save all outputs in a content folder organized by platform. Use scheduling tools like Buffer or Later to batch schedule everything. Spend 1 hour on Monday creating and scheduling, then you are done for the week. Create a quality check process. Artificial intelligence output needs human review. Read each piece, adjust for brand voice, add personal touches, and ensure accuracy. This takes 5 minutes per piece, which is still 90% faster than creating from scratch. Finally, track what performs best. After 30 days, analyze which content types get the most engagement. Double down on what works. Success story. Let me share exactly what happened when Nathaniel, a business coach running a weekly podcast while working full-time, implemented this workflow. Before the repurposing system, Nathaniel spent 6 hours per week creating his podcast and another 4 hours manually trying to promote it on social media. Despite this effort, his content reached about 800 people per week. He built his artificial intelligence repurposing workflow following this exact framework. He created his 10 content format prompts, set up his batching system, and committed to processing every podcast transcript. Within the first month, something transformative happened. His content creation time dropped from 10 hours per week to 3 hours. 1 hour for podcast recording and 2 hours for Monday batch repurposing. But the real impact was reach. That same podcast content, now repurposed into 10 formats across 6 platforms, reached 4,200 people per week. That is a 425% increase in reach with 70% less time investment. His email list growth accelerated from 20 new subscribers per week to 95 per week because newsletter content was now consistently valuable. 3 months in, the compound effect became obvious. He had posted 120 pieces of content that originated from just 12 podcast episodes. His LinkedIn following doubled, his engagement rates tripled. The numbers tell the complete story. Monthly coaching inquiries went from 5 to 23. Revenue increased from $8,000 to $18,500. That is a 131% revenue increase, driven entirely by better content distribution, not more content creation. Nathaniel now spends his creative energy on the podcast he loves instead of frantically trying to keep up with every platform. Recap. Let us recap what we have covered today on KB Blue Tree. The problem is not that you need to create more content. The problem is you are not extracting maximum value from the content you already create. The solution is building an artificial intelligence-powered repurposing workflow that transforms one transcript into 10 platform-ready content pieces systematically. The framework includes transcript extraction, strategic artificial intelligence prompts, batch processing, content type matching, and performance tracking. Call to action. Here is your immediate action step. Take your most recent video, podcast, or presentation. Get the transcript, then write just one artificial intelligence prompt for one content format and test it today. That single action will show you the power of systematic repurposing and give you momentum to build the complete workflow. If this framework opened your eyes to how much content value you are leaving on the table, hit that like button and subscribe to KB Bluetree for more insightful content about scaling your impact without scaling your effort. The creators who win long-term will not be the ones producing the most content. They will be the ones extracting the most value from every piece they create. We will see you in the next video where we break down the next content strategy that is hiding in plain sight. Until then, stop creating more and start repurposing smarter. Your existing content is already a goldmine waiting to be mined.